What's going on, everyone? Daniel here. Welcome to my American Horror Story Roanoke Episode 4 spoiler review. Make sure you have seen the episode. It should take me about 2 minutes to recap it, then give you my pros, cons, and final score. Thanks so much for joining me. Also, if you guys don't know, I do my weekly American Horror Story Roanoke reactions as well. If you want to see my reaction to Episode 4, in the description down below you will find a link. If you guys have the time, make sure to check it out. So we begin this week's episode of Roanoke with Shelby being attacked by the Pigman. Now Matt doesn't save her. It's Elias, played by Dennis O'Hare. He is actually alive in the modern day, and he ends up saving both Shelby and Matt. Croatone, that's the secret word, I guess, to get the ghost out. You say Croatone. And he ends up talking to them about the whole the house and the people that have lived here, you know, from the 1700s and the past, families who have gone missing, people who have been killed. Now, they show these sisters getting killed. Of course, 2 weeks ago, they showed the two nurses, and there were psychopaths. They were killing elders. They had, like, this old nursing home, and people would come, and they would basically kill them brutally. And it shows how one of the sisters died. I think it was not the hot one. I think the other hot one was on the side, actually. The one got her arms ripped off. I mean, brutally, rope to rope, and then just stretching off her arms. And I'm assuming she died from bleeding out. Now, he talks about the blood moon. Elias says, like, over the next 6 days or whatever, when the blood moon begins, these spirits are now in the physical world where they can kill you if you're on their land. Now, Elias knows where Priscilla is, and he'll take them to, you know, where we go to Priscilla, we will find Flora. So they end up finding her, and they see Flora with all these other spirits. All the people that have died on that land. If you die by by the spirits, by the butcher, you will end up living on that land for eternity as a ghost in torment. So Flora and the other spirits are playing, and Elias is shot with arrows. All of a sudden you see the whole butcher and her crew and all of them going towards them. So they run. Matt and Shelby end up running for the hills. They go back to the house, and who do we find there? We find little Miss Cricket. So Cricket's there, and he's like, "You guys ready for my help?" So anyway, he starts telling them the story about the lost colony, even more flashbacks going on. And he says, yo, honey, you know where you're living at? You're living at where the lost colony is. The lost colony of Roanoke. So he ends up talking about how the butcher, her people wanted to leave. Like, they were like, "We don't want to live in your land. That mother. We do not want to live on this land anymore. We are going to go over to the next acre." So when they're going to leave, they do like this big old feast and all that, and she ends up poisoning them, which, if I was Wes Bentley, and I'm kind of sad, Wes Bentley looks like a major, like, badass, like, 1700s Wolverine. And he's like, I would have waited for a bite. I would have been like, "Mother, why are you not eating your fruit? It is not nice. This is dinner time. Please eat the fruit." And then, like, eat the fruit and all that. But I mean, I would have said, "How about you, Mother? Have the first bite." She should have done something like that. She would have died anyway, and then she would have lived as a spirit with Lady Gaga. So that's torment right there, living as a spirit with Lady Gaga. So he after she poisoned all the people, and they ended up dying. She even stabbed her son, and then Lady Gaga, her character, the witch, ends up killing the butcher, Kathy Bates' character. So Cricket gets in an Uber because, "Oh, honey, I know the spell, and I'm going to stop them, so I need to get back in my Uber. Oh, look at me, it's my Uber." So he's going to go and go get the spell, because he could stop the butcher and them and end up destroying them, and let them roam in eternal peace. So anyway, he knows the spell. So Flora is almost hit by the car that the Uber that Cricket's in. He's like, "Honey, have you ever heard of Gay for Pay?" I think that's something like that. So I was like, "Oh, Cricket." Older gentleman, sir. And to a younger guy, it was kind of weird. But hey, maybe the Uber would have done it. So Matt has sex with Gaga again. Cricket's still not there. Cricket was supposed to be back. And Cricket is, the reason why he's not there is because the butcher and them have him. So they end up disemboweling him in front of Matt and Shelby. And he died. He's dead, man. So he never got far, and Flora is back with Matt and Shelby. Now on to the pros and cons. I don't know why, I don't know how, but Ryan Murphy and his team are always great at doing flashbacks. Every season of American Horror Story always have flashbacks to a certain time and date. And the Lost Colony scenes were great. I've been saying this for a few weeks now, and I honestly believe it. Kathy Bates' character, like, she's going all out for it, and Kathy Bates is a true thespian. I honestly believe, like, almost every season she gets nominated for an Emmy, and she could definitely get nominated for her role here. So far, what we've already seen, she could get nominated for an Emmy next year. When you really think about it, there's not a dull moment in here. The opening is a very dramatic moment between Shelby and Matt, and she's like, "You had sex with that woman." He's like, "I don't even remember." And then she goes upstairs, and all of a sudden you have Pigman, played by Evan Peters. I strongly believe it's Evan Peters. Everyone on Instagram, "Where's Evan at? Where's Evan at? We're gonna riot if Evan's not here." You know, I think Evan's been there the whole entire time. Wait until the Pigman takes his mask off and it's Evan Peters. It's going to be mind-blowing, right? Everyone will be like, "Oh, we were complaining the whole time." They'll probably won't even care. They'll be like, Evan Peters. But interesting role, I guess. Very interesting. From Patrick March to a Pigman. I guess that's an upgrade in his pay raise, or pay rise, whatever you say. But the whole opening there with the Pigman chasing after Shelby and everything. And the thing, I didn't know that Elias was going to be there. Dennis O'Hare in person. Like, he's still alive and everything. The thing is, I think that's the one bad thing, too, about this episode is they never explain how he got there. Like, I mean, he said he wasn't living there, but how else was he in the house at the certain time? How was he there? Like, what made him come there at that certain amount of time when Shelby needed help? He must have been living in the basement or attic or something, because there's no way he just showed up at the right time. And since we're talking about Dennis O'Hare, man, I love him. Every single season he's been fantastic. He is another true thespian as well. He could do anything, man. The character he plays, he becomes the character. He embodies the character. He's really great at detailing scenes. So if I want a bedtime story, if I want a crime scene report, he's definitely going to do it the right way. The actor who played Cricket did an awesome job as well. Hell, Cricket was a meme star last week. Cricket took the world by storm. The internet was talking about Cricket the entire time. He made American Horror Story amazing last week, and this week I'm glad he made his presence felt. His death, he did not deserve a death like that. He was brutally, I mean, the actor sold it, of the screaming and being cut open and your intestines being pulled out. Every week, so far this season has been great. Every single episode, it puts it up a notch. It puts the horror up. It puts the disturbing content up every single week. And you gotta remember, we just didn't see Cricket get disemboweled. We saw a girl, a psychotic girl, mind you of that. I mean, I think her other sister was hot, but got her arms ripped off. And you could feel it, just like the sockets coming out and everything and unplaced. And that's one of the aspects I love about this season, is that it's brutal. It's going back to the basics. It's going back to season 1, going back to season 2, going back to season 3. Season 5, Hotel, and I didn't hate Hotel. I thought it was okay. There were good moments to it. It was better after episode 5. But season 5, Hotel, was all about sex. It was all sex. It was thrusting the entire season. There's barely sex in this whole... Out of all 4 episodes, they've been like 2-3 sex scenes, okay? But at least not every episode is full-on sex in front of us. So I will give them that they've gone back to their horror roots, their ghost roots, their demonic roots, how brutal and intense and disturbing that it gets. All the actors did a great job. Cuba Gooding Jr. and, of course, Sarah Paulson in the beginning, bringing more emotion to it, and their relationship problems. And if you noticed, I don't think Sarah Paulson has smoked a cigarette this whole entire episode. She's smoked in every single scene that I've seen so far, unless Freak Show. I think she's even smoked in Freak Show, so not a big deal. I'm just saying, she hasn't smoked this season. What are you doing, Sarah Paulson? This is a very different character when you know she's not smoking a cigarette. And last but not least on my pros, a little angel. Where are you? Priscilla actually helping Flora out. I think, like, Priscilla's like, God, I have to be here for eternity with these people. I might as well help Flora out. Like, I want a friend. I want to hang out with somebody. I'm here with Pigman and everything, but I might as well help Flora out. So, goddamn, run, Flora, run for your life. And then, like, you notice the butcher doesn't do much with Priscilla, because Priscilla ends up leaving. She's like, I did my fair share. I'm out of here. Now I'm stuck with Dennis O'Hare, because, you know, Dennis O'Hare is like, Priscilla, you remember me? Do you remember me? So, at least Priscilla's got Dennis O'Hare to play with, and that's better, I guess, than Pigman. Now that leads me on to the stuff that I didn't like about this episode. First off, Dennis O'Hare being killed off. I'm assuming he's still going to be in the season, because you don't get Dennis O'Hare and then you just kill him off and throw him away. No, you keep him. You keep him in the show. So you wouldn't lose talent like that. Dennis O'Hare, and follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Instagram, dude. I think it's Hi Dennis or something, man. Literally find him. He's a freaking fantastic guy, man. I love Dennis O'Hare so much. But it's just like 3 arrows. Oh, I guess he died. Okay. Like, no mention. Like, Matt and Shelby don't even talk about him anymore. They don't even like, oh, poor guy, he died. Oh, no. Like, they're just kind of like selfish and going back to the house, and like they never talk about Dennis O'Hare again. Like, oh man, we just put his life at risk. I won't take any points off for this one, but Cricket died. I mean, oh, come on, little sweet angel. Why didn't Priscilla at least help Cricket out, man? Like, you know what I would have done? That's what I was saying. If I was Matt, I would have put Cricket out of his misery. Because if I was seeing Cricket get disemboweled and getting cut open, I would have grabbed the gun and I would have shot Cricket in the head. I know it would have been murder and everything, but I would have helped him, and I would have put him out of his pain, and I would have shot him in the head, or shot him multiple times, and to suffering. So, do you get stuck on the land if you're killed by one of the ghosts, or if you're killed by, like let's say you fall down on accident and you die, but you don't die by any of the ghosts? I wonder if you don't get stuck on the land. But since they didn't help Cricket out, he's most likely going to be a ghost now. Thanks a lot, Matt and Shelby. You could have saved him a one-way trip. And last but not least, I've been saying this for the past few weeks. Just leave. Flora's not your kid. Who cares? Leave. Seriously. Dennis O'Hare was like, let's go. Oh, what about Flora? Y'all would have been all gone and everything. You all would have been good and fine. Just leave. Seriously, Flora. She'll be okay. She'll venture for herself. She'll learn. All the kids have to learn nowadays, especially with Trump coming around. All these kids are gonna have to learn now alone. So just go. Let them live in the woods and let her become a cannibal or something. I don't know. Either way, her life's better in the woods than in the city. So I agree on that. Anyway, as you can see, I'm all smiles and no frowns. I thought this episode was great. It's my favorite episode out of the season. Every single week gets better and better and better. And this is coming from a guy who said Roanoke's, like, the first episode was good, but it was like, I don't know whether this is amazing or whether I don't really know where we're going with this, but it's pretty great. It's pretty great so far. I like it a little bit more than Hotel already. Like it a little bit more than Freak Show, and it may get to Murder House or Asylum good pretty soon. It may get to that pretty good. So it's great as of right now for its own single season. I see some people hating on it. Boy, let me tell you something right now. Do you know quality TV? Because Ryan Murphy is actually, when you don't see sex all the time, you know it's actually going to be a really good show. So I'm going to give American Horror Story Roanoke Season 6, Episode 4, Chapter 4, a solid A. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed, make sure to smack the like button. Comment down below, tell me what you guys thought about the episode. If you want to support the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Tell me what you guys thought about the episode down below. Share this review with your friends. Join the Big D Nation. Join or be deleted for history. Till next time, bye-bye.